Now, Mr. Brown, I understand that none of your previous students passed their lower Cambridge certificate.
Oh, well, I think there were a few near misses.
That is not good enough. Obviously, Mr. Brown, you are sadly lacking in the necessary qualities required to teach English.
Oh, just a moment.
Don't interrupt. I shall be keeping a very close eye on you this term, Mr. Brown, and unless I see a marked improvement, out you go.
Well, it's not necessarily
I have no
altogether...
wish to listen to your feeble excuses.
Pompous old cow.
What was that?
Oh, I said, I'm just going now.
I'll just see what this letter is first.
Oh, I shouldn't bother if I were you. You never know where it's been. It could be full of germs.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous. You may not believe this, Mr. Brown, but when I was a young girl, I was very plain.
Absolutely. Is the old battle axe in yet?
The old battle axe is here.
Well, I wasn't meaning you, Miss Courtney.
Well, I trust you are not referring to Her Majesty.
Oh, no. I was referring to Gladys, the tea lady.
Huh.
What silver?
Well, I brought my silver tea set in case they wanted a drink.
Oh, perhaps the Duke would prefer a tot of rum, being an ex-naval man.
Oh, dear. I hadn't thought of that. Oh, well, he'll just have to make do with sherry.
Shall I ask Gladys to make up a couple of ham rolls in case they feel a bit peckish?
Ham rolls? You can't give royalty ham rolls. This is a very special occasion. Tell her to open a tin of salmon.
They won't want anything to eat.
It is better to be prepared. Oh, I wonder if we should have got a red carpet.
Look, why don't you go the whole hog and ask the music class to play the national anthem as they enter? This is supposed to be an informal visit.
I don't think you're approaching this special occasion in the right attitude.
I think you're being carried away.
Nonsense! This is an opportunity for all the staff and students to show their loyalty and devotion to our sovereign. It's up to the entire school to make a good impression. And one never knows where it may lead. The New Year's honours list isn't far away.
Honours list?
Yes. A knighthood could be within your grasp.
A knighthood?
Mr. Jeremy Brown.
Arise, Sir Jeremy. Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Majesty?
I beg your pardon.
I thought you were the Queen.
Have you been drinking?
No, just daydreaming.
Well, you had better wake up. And in this class, we are endeavouring to teach English to foreign students.
Excuse me, Miss Courtney.
Don't interrupt, Mr.
Yeah, but I think you should know
Mr.
that-
Brown.
All right, please yourself.
What are you doing, Mr. Brown?
Stay where you are, Miss Courtney. This could be dangerous. Yeah, that's right. Not moving now.
Mr. Brown.
Just a minute. Better to be safe than sorry. There.
Oh, I've just remembered. I haven't inspected the boilers.
Have you quite finished, Mr. Brown, or would you like to borrow a hammer?
You can't be too careful where strange insects are concerned. Have you any idea where it came from?
Yes, W. Parker and Son.
Pardon?
Fishing tackle suppliers.
Oh, fish. It wasn't.
It was.
Oh, dear. Got any glue?
I don't think trout are very fond of glue.
No, I suppose they don't. I'll buy you another.
Oh, I'll see that you do. Whilst he had a drink in the bar.
Getting up a bit of Dutch courage, eh?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, you could feel such a lovely person waiting to be,
It's you. Oh, where's Albert? You haven't pushed him down the stairs, have you?
No, he's just gone to comb his hair.
Well, is he all right? There's no damage, I hope.
I'm afraid there is, actually.
Oh, dear. Is it bad?
Well, the plant pot's broken.
I was referring to Albert.
Oh, Albert, no, he's fine. I'll get it.
Darling.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, this is Darling. Miss Courtney.
Albert!
Dolores.
Dolores?
Haven't you a class to attend to?
Yes, of course, Darling. Dolores. Excuse me. Dr. 2P must have rolled away somewhere.
evening, Mr. Brown. Can you spare a moment?
Just a moment, Miss Courtney. We're right in the middle of a very interesting debate. Could you wait just a minute, please?
Certainly not.
Oh, very well. Right.
Enter. Ah, Mr. Brown. Hush. Don't you hush me.
Miss Courtney, I'm in terrible trouble.
You certainly are. You're 10 minutes late.
No. Worse than that. I've lost £230 that Ranjit gave me to look after.
Crumpet!
If this is an example of your teaching methods, Mr. Brown, I am not amused.
Oh, it's probably something he's picked up from Giovanni.
Yeah. Well, I came in to ask you about the coach trip.
What coach trip?
Don't you ever read the notice boards?
Oh, yes. Well, occasionally.
Now listen, everybody. For the past 2 weeks, there has been a notice on the board to the effect that Mrs. Hunter, our history teacher, is organising her annual coach trip to a stately home for Sunday. We are going to Berkeley Hall, the ancestral home of Humphrey, Earl of Berkeley, which is renowned for its remarkable collection of tapestries and ancient manuscripts. Now, who would like to go?
Yeah, well, I had planned to do something on Sunday.
Cancel it.
Yeah, well, I don't think I can, you see.
I shall expect you to be here on Sunday at 12 o'clock sharp.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Miss Courtney?
No, I'm not going.
Ah, you've changed your mind?
No, I am going on your coach with you.
I am thinking we are lost.
We are not lost. Now, where are we, Sid?
I don't know. You had the map. You were doing the navigating.
Well, I couldn't read it in that old bone shaker of yours. It kept jiggling up and down.
Then you should have jiggled up and down with it.
We are most definitely lost.
I'm not lost. We're just not where we should be.
Well, perhaps you could show us where we should be.
Well, I know where we should be. I just don't know where we are.
We are.
Look, we passed a sign just down the road. Now, did anybody see what it said?
Yes, please.
Right, well, I'll look it up on the map, and then we will know where we are.
I really don't think that would be much help, Mr. Brown.
With all due respect, Miss Courtney, I happen to possess a Pathfinder's badge from the Boy Scouts, so I know quite a bit about mapping. Once I know what the sign said, it's a simple matter to find out our exact location. Now, what did the sign say?
Cattle crossing.
Yep.
I think I am going to scream.
Now what are we gonna do?
Well, there's only one thing we can do. Come on, everybody. I spy with my little eye something beginning with rain.
La 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 la.
Sorry, Miss Courtney, we were practicing the Velita.
Well, I think I'll sit this one out, if you don't mind.
Oh.
Enter! Mr. Brown, whatever have you done?
Oh, it's nothing really, just a slight accident, a compound fracture.
Well, you can't possibly go to the dance like that.
Oh, I couldn't let you down. No, I insist.
But I wouldn't consider it.
Oh, well, if you feel like that,
Oh,
fine.
most certainly I do.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
Ha! She didn't fall for it, did she?
Absolutely.
Oh, Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown? A compound fracture, I think you said.
Yes.
Well, it seems more like a movable fracture to me. Mr. Brown?
And when you come to the Velita, it's mine.
Well, come along, Mr. Brown. And smile.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Stop.
Is something the matter?
This concert takes place in the afternoon.
Ah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all sitting comfortably.
Stop.
Now, what was wrong with that?
Mr. Brown, by the time you and your class come on, the audience will have been sitting on those hard chairs for 1.5 hours. I wouldn't mention anything about comfort if I were you.
Miss Courtney, I think the whole idea is ridiculous. I am supposed to teach English to foreign students.
He sounds like a foreign student.
Look, wouldn't it be far simpler for you to just get another chauffeur?
No, I couldn't do that. You see, Jock's father gave his life defending my father during the war. I feel I owe him a living.
Yeah, well, in that case, why don't you make him very happy and give him a job in your harem or something?
Don't be stupid, Mr. Brown. Now listen to me, Mr. Brown. You are a teacher of English, and it is your job to teach English no matter who or what your students may happen to be.
Well, actually, I'm
Don't
trying to tell you-
interrupt.
Miss Courtney, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't do it.
Can't do what?
Put up with our Scottish friend. He's a disruptive influence on the rest of the class.
Mr. Brown, I am afraid that you must. I have invited the Sheikh to meet the Board of Governors. He has promised to give us a new school hall.
I don't care if he's promised to give you the Albert Hall. It's a baby.
Well, it's certainly not a cocker spaniel.
No, you mustn't worry, Miss Courtney.
I beg your pardon?
These things happen even in the best families. There is no shame these days in being an unmarried mother.
Oh, you silly little man, it's not mine. But I think I can safely say you won't find another principal like me.
I'm sure I won't. You've done something to your hair.
My hair?
Yes, looks different somehow. Much more feminine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you don't mind me saying so, you really look quite attractive.
All right, Mr. Brown, what are you after? Well, I'm wise enough to know when I'm being softened up. Now, what is it you want? Oh, a reference, no doubt.
Well, not exactly.
Well, what is it, then?
Well, I'll come straight to the point, Miss Courtney.
Good.
I thought about this new job last night, and I've suddenly realised that money isn't everything.
Really?
After all, you can't buy happiness.
So you've decided not to take this job?
You're very perceptive.
I tried to telephone you earlier today to ask you to bring back the register. Mr. English said that you weren't there because there hadn't been a vacancy after all.
Ah.
Yeah. So now you've come crawling back to me, expecting to be reinstated.
Yeah, well, I would be grateful. I mean, after all, it'd be much easier on the students. I mean, easier all round, really.
Do I quite agree?
Oh, good.
Except for one thing. I have already engaged a new teacher.
You, wanted to see me, Miss Courtney?
Oh, yes, Mr. Brown. Are you still jobless?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I was offered another job this morning, but I turned it down.
Not enough money?
Oh, no, the money was all right. On the face of it, it seemed quite attractive. Office, virtually my own boss. Just didn't like the idea of working below ground.
On the underground?
No, gentlemen's conveniences. You see, Miss Courtney...
Stop! You must come down onto the floor of the court if you wish to address the bench.
Oh, right. You see, Miss Courtney, there are...
Stop! I am not Miss Courtney.
Funny. She looked like Miss Courtney.
You will kindly address me as Your Honour.
Sorry, Miss Courtney. Your Honour. The past participle of the verb to tell is told.
Mr. Brown, may I remind you that you are not here to teach English?
Yes, Miss Courtney. Sorry, Your Honour.
Carry on, Mr.
Pompous old twit. That old hen, she's such a pompous old twit.
Haven't you a class to go to?
Yeah, I was just going.
Oh, just one moment.
Something the matter?
Yes, it's still switched on.
Oh, my God!
I do hope you weren't being indiscreet.
No, of course, I never said anything, did I, Sid?
No, not a dicky bird. Never opened his normal shout.
Well, we'll see, shall we?
I think I'll go and sweep the floor.
Yes, I...
Stay where you are. Now, let's see what we can hear.
When you have finished with it, perhaps you would be kind enough to return it to the music club?
Yes, certainly.
You may go.
Thank you. Here we are, that's it, there's no more.
No, definitely no more.
Just a moment.
Pompous old twit. She's a pompous old twit.
I see. I am a pompous old twit, am I?
That wasn't you.
Really?
Good Lord, no, was it, Sid?
No, we should. Another old hen.
Yeah.
Then who was it?
Who? Well, it was...
Yes, it was the other old boiler, Gladys, the tea lady.
Yes, that's right, Gladys.
I would hardly call Gladys pompous.
Oh, wouldn't you? She can be very pompous at times.
I see. Well, perhaps you would tell pompous Gladys that I am waiting for my coffee. Oh, that's funny.
What is?
I don't seem to be able to find my coat.
Oh, I hope you look. What does it look like?
Well, it's a sort of tweed mixture with fur around the cuffs.
And fur on the collar?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
I thought everything on this rail was for the jumble sale.
What have you done with my coat?
I'm afraid I sold it to Gladys for £5.
Done what?
Yes, well, I hope you find Miss Courtney's questions as amusing. She'll be here any minute.
me.
Don't interrupt. I tend to tolerate your frivolous attitude, but you'll find that Miss Courtney is a horse of a different colour.
Oh, blimey. You should not be calling Miss Courtney a horse.
I wasn't, although there may be a certain resemblance.
Mr. Brown, please.
Just a minute, Daniel, I haven't finished yet. As I was saying, Miss Courtney will not be as tolerant as I, but on the other hand, you mustn't let her intimidate you. She may be a bit of an ogre, but she's only human.
Excuse, please, Mr. Brown.
Speaking to you, or why are you constantly interrupting me?
I think they are trying to indicate my presence.
Ah, Miss Courtney, I didn't hear you come in.
Obviously.
How long have you been
Long
here?
enough. And now, Mr. Brown, if you don't mind, this horse of a different colour, this human ogre, would like to find out how clever your students are.
Yeah, well, certainly, they're all yours.
Now, who would like to be first? Well, don't all rush to volunteer. Oh, very well. I will ask a question, and anyone who wishes may answer. Now then, what is a circumflex? Oh, come along, circumflex. C-I-R-C-U-M-F-L-E-X. I'm sure somebody knows what a circumflex is.
Yes, please.